Welcome to the Horror Friendly Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Horror Friendly Podcast, part of the You Run Podcast Network. My name is Katie, and I am joined by my colleague and my cider soulmate, Chantel.
Hey.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's going good. It's going good. I'm almost recovered.
I was going to say, how you feeling after our long weekend?
I know. I'm feeling all right. Don't think I'd worked as hard as you, but I'm feeling good. For those that don't know, we volunteered at Horrified Festival this year, horror convention, and it was in Crawley this time. I know, Tell, you mentioned it was somewhere different last year.
Yeah, it was over Farnborough for their first one, but this was only their second year. So we will
Brand
find
new.
out where they are year 3.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they're put. But we volunteered, and it was a knackering day, and we found out a lot about actors. And maybe that's what we'll say about that. But what we will say is Kane Hodder was great.
Oh yeah, Kane Hodder was a babe. I was gonna say some good, only one bad.
Yeah. And maybe if you've been to conventions before, you might be able to guess who that is. So anyway.
But we were just joking about it because I was like, it's almost like we were both knackered on the day, and you're like, oh, maybe next year we'll just come as guests. Or it's like as visitors, obviously we're not the guests, but we'll come.
We are.
And now it's like I feel like, yeah, it's how like women after birth are like, oh, I'm exhausted, but I'll do it again. And I was like, we'll see next year if we can.
It really is. It does feel like that. It's like, yeah, fine, we'll do it again.
But we had so much fun.
We did have fun, and it was really good. I got to see a lot of things. Like, me and Tel kind of worked with each other in the afternoon, so she very kindly let me go and watch the talk for Kane Hodder, which was really interesting. Just kind of talking about like his career as a stuntman before he got into like any horror. Like he's been doing it for like 49 years. Never broken a bone, not once.
Oh, don't jinx himself.
I know. But he was great. He was really like interactive with the audience, and like, yeah, he was just a really good storyteller. And he spoke about kind of how he got into the role of being in a couple of the Jason films, and Jason Takes Manhattan, which we've covered on here. And yeah, it was just really cool, and like how he got into it. And he just said this whole world of horror was just brand new to me. And I had no idea of like the fandom of horror conventions, and yeah, so it was really cool. It was a really interesting talk.
And now he's terrified of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can you blame him? The fandom is an interesting place.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But yeah, so good. Yeah,
it's good. I don't think we made too much of an ass of ourselves when we got to talk to him. But
no, I hope not. No,
I shook my ass at him.
You did, yeah, with the whole fanny pack situation.
Yeah, because I was wearing the bum bag, which is like, we were working. I was wearing a bum bag. And I said to him, oh, I'm your bum bag person for now. And he was like, what's your bum bag? And I was like, oh, you call it a fanny pack. And he's like, it doesn't go in. Why is it a bum bag? It doesn't go on your bum. So I put it on my bum. And I was like, yeah, like shake your money maker, put it on your bum. And he was like, I think he said, you must be really poor then. Or he said, I must be really poor. So I don't know if he was just literally said I had a flat ass. I'm not sure. Or if he was joking about himself. But so I either got
never know.
Yeah, so I either got completely owned by Jason, or but he was absolutely lovely. It was all in good fun. Yeah, so an absolute highlight of the day.
Absolutely, yeah, so good.
We also spoke with Carl Toop, who I was working with for the morning, who was the alien in Aliens. I feel like there's a better name for it than that. But turns out, and say, like, so he was the alien warrior, and I dragged Katie over at one point because turns out we had a connection that him and someone, I think business partner, had a business not far from where Katie and I grew up.
Great.
So we were just casually chatting, which again is such a weird insight
to so weird
behind the scenes.
So strange. I really did not think I'd be talking to the alien from Aliens and talking about somewhere very, very close to us.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I had on my my list for this year.
He said the name of the town and I was like, no way. Yeah. And he's like, oh, do you know it? I was like, grew up there.
Yeah.
And then dragged you over as well. And it was just so funny because I was like, of all the people I could have been paired with for the morning, was just absolutely bizarre. But he was absolutely lovely. And yeah, and it's really nice to see them all just genuinely enjoying being there
Yeah.
and having a bit of a laugh together. So we also met the man from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, legend.
The man himself. So yeah.
Yeah, there were some good people there, some good eggs.
Yeah,
yeah, it was a really fun time. It was good.
But anyway, we shall go a completely different direction. Although this feels a little bit behind the scenes, I guess. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah.
Parody. A parody. We decided to go a bit more lighthearted at the moment. So we are covering this week the 2000 film horror comedy Scary Movie.
Hell yeah.
A year after disposing of the body of a man they accidentally killed, a group of dumb teenagers are stalked by a bumbling serial killer. What's funny is that could be a horror film.
Absolutely, it could be.
That sentence doesn't specifically say that it's a parody.
No, and both of those, they are parodying two horror films. So that it literally is two films.
Yeah. And I was actually trying to track how many parodies are in here, because actually they're not all horror films, because there's like The Matrix at one point, and I swear
was it Kill Bill?
Yeah, I think there was Kill Bill at one point. I think there was something else where I was quite surprised. I was like, that's not a parody. Oh, not parody, sorry, that's not horror. But they did get quite a few in there, but it was just quite fun to have made.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first time watching this?
Oh God. I mean, obviously it came out when we were like 7. So, but I remember like watching this when I was a lot younger. Like it would have been a few years after it came out that I watched it.
Yeah.
But weirdly, like since like rewatching it for the podcast, like I hadn't watched it for years and years. I want to say like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So it was fun. And you kind of remember a few of the jokes, but there's some that kind of pleasantly surprise you. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to make of the film. I didn't know if like maybe it was going to age really badly. But from what I can remember, unless I'm like missing something really problematic out, like a lot of it is really funny still. Like a lot of it is like laugh out loud funny. And I still genuinely find it really funny.
I think
what about you?
I think there's one bit in particular I think has not aged well.
Oh no.
I think a couple of bits it's kind of like, I think you could say, yeah, there's other bits where you're like, oh, it maybe not have aged well, but it was even at the time, it wasn't aged. So for example, the black characters playing the stereotypical spook, which is like in horror films, the over the top acting morale. So, but doing that was already taking the piss out of the fact that that's how black actors were cast as characters in horror films. So it's not that it's that bit's aged badly, because you're like, no, they were already poking fun of that. Like the bit I think's aged badly though was the transgender teacher.
Yes.
Who, because especially they make a line about going undercover to get out one up on female sports teams. And I was like, all I can picture as well, though, is people using this film as an argument and being like, oh, yeah, because it said it in that, so it's obviously true. And like, I was like, I swear to God, if you're getting your politics from Scary Movie, fucking just rethink everything. That bit, I was like, oh no, that because unfortunately, that is now what some people truly believe, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah. But other than that, I do remember still how funny we found this as kids.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think it's Marlon Wayans. I believe he has a transgender child, so you would kind of hope that they wouldn't bring back any kind of arguments on the film. But then, like you said, like it was a different time, so some people could bring it back. So it is possible that they could still reference it.
But I'm saying, I think unfortunately some people do get their education from a horror film. And you're like, no. And that's it. Again, like they weren't. Yeah, I think it's one of those. It was a joke, and it's like, unfortunately, because now people genuinely believe that it's not a joke anymore. Whereas other things actually are still quite funny. Although there was a thing where, because obviously the new one's coming out, and loads of people were like, "Oh, Gen Z are not going to find this nearly as funny as millennials did." So I don't know if they would have had to like pull in some of the jokes or just.
That's true. Yeah, like the whole "what's up" on the phone, like. What's up? Like I still like as like a fucking moron, like that's such a dumb thing to laugh at. But I still found that funny. But like you said, like Gen Z aren't going to understand that.
Well, that was a Budweiser advert, I think. I think that's what
Yeah,
they
it
referenced. Like, it
was.
wasn't a horror film.
But
Um, but to be fair, my favorite thing about that is the fact that Ghostface's mask changes. And it's like, it's just the best. And then when he gets stoned and it changes, and I'm like,
there's some
great.
good shit.
And I was like, it's just fantastic. Yeah, so stupid, so brilliant.
So good.
And there's like the Baywatch bit while she's getting killed, and
Yeah.
all the weapons in the opening, and it's like she picks a banana, and again, it's just like silly little gags. Or yeah, it's just
Yeah, silly gags. Very stupid, but also a very good like I want to switch off movie. Yeah, and some yeah, like I say, just some of it is genuinely laugh out loud, laugh funny. Like my favorite person and of like this whole film was Sheriff Burke, like handing Cindy the photos. He's like, can you look at that one again?
I completely forgot about that as well. So again, like, I haven't seen this in years because I put it on. And he was like, "Have you not seen this film enough to review it?" And I was like, "Honestly, I haven't
No.
watched this since I was like possibly on season, so possibly my early 20s. But
Yeah,
I
it
think I
was a
was a
long time
teenager.
ago.
Yeah, so I was like, I couldn't actually. There's going to be a lot that I've completely forgotten. And I completely forgot that bit. So it was. I wasn't expecting it at all. It really got me, especially because of who he is as well. Like, he's quite a big actor now. Was he big at the time, or were we just like oblivious?
But he was just a very good like comedic actor. Like even like when he was doing the speech and everything, like and he was like, yeah, but you know, at the same time, shit happens like, about all the teenagers dying.
The killing of these teenagers has been tragic, but hey, you know, shit happens.
It's so good,
So funny.
so dumb,
I think Anna Faris in this is brilliant.
so good.
Even the ending where she's like, no, like for so long. Like, I don't know who else they could have cast.
No. Like
Would've-
apparently she was in like an advertising job and she was going to move to the UK to like do this job, and then apparently like she got a call, like she got an audition for this and then decided to take it, and like obviously now she's in like all of them.
Well, I mean, she's had a hell of a career.
Hell yeah,
But
yeah.
can you imagine if she hadn't, and then everyone at the agent's marketing firm, whatever you say, advertising firm, I just say, "Oh yeah, I used to work with this girl. She's in this one movie
Yeah, she's in this
where
like weird, scary movie.
she had a giant bush, and then her boyfriend spunked her onto the ceiling." like,
Oh my
what
God.
a fucking yeah, my God.
I did remember that bit because I feel like people have referenced it, like if they're talking about sex or something like that, they're like, yeah, it was like that scene in Scary Movie. I'm like, what? And then I remember, so that was like probably the only bit I remember, like properly
like,
from this film.
But it's weird when people say things like that because it does like pull something out the back of your head you forgot about. You're like,
It
oh,
does. Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Also, it was interesting, like, because I watched Scream fairly recently. I mean, I watch it a lot anyway, but I watched it fairly recently because I was going to go and see the newest film. And it is funny like how accurate it is, like even to the point of like being at the police officer, like police station, and like just every single bit of it is done. I mean, obviously there's a lot of I Know What You Did Last Summer in there as well,
Yeah.
but with Scream, like it's so accurate. Yeah, Gale Swallows, just the best.
Like, because that was it. It was Cindy, which was the Sydney.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shorty
girls were like
Meeks, who was
Shorty.
Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Drew's mum,
Bobby.
Bobby, Brenda.
Yeah.
What was the original Brenda name?
Well, it's difficult because I think she was meant to be like Tatum.
Tatum. Yeah, so no, I just said there's probably a different horror film. Oh, was there one from What You Did Last Summer called Brenda?
Yeah, called Buffy. So obviously Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Well, yeah, I was like, yeah, oh yeah, because there was Buffy Gilmore,
Mm.
and then there was oh my God, there was another one that because there was a Heather, there was the girl that got killed. Oh, my boyfriend's like just left the car to go and check
Yes.
something. So she was Heather right before they did the Blair Witch bit.
Yes.
I was like, actually, even down to the names, like I knew the names were going to be in there, but I was like,
Oh my God,
actually,
that's so true. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even like think of
Yeah, because it was someone that just got killed 3 seconds later.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the snot coming out the nose. I was like, that was
Oh, I know.
fucking gross. But also because it was like the camera angle's so up there, how did they get a tube? I don't even know. I don't know how they did that.
I don't know. I mean, Blair Witch was still kind of like was gross, but like it was a bit less intense. But obviously, Scary Movie just up everything and make
Yeah.
everything like really exaggerated.
I mean, Blair Witch was also an accident. Like it wasn't supposed to be that filmed in.
That's
It was a fuck up.
true.
So again, the most iconic bit was an accident, and now they're mocking it, and they're like, "Look up the nose," and it's like, to be fair, that was the one bit I was like, gross."
Yeah.
Out of all of it,
even the cum scene.
even the cum scene. Sorry, cum. No, but again, it's just amazing how many they actually got in there.
Yeah.
Too
And
much.
Gale Hailstorm, which I
Gale
thought was very
Hailstorm.
good. And I thought she was genuinely really funny as well.
Yeah.
Like she was really good, and she very much reminded me of Gail Weathers
Yeah,
as
she did
well.
well.
So you could just really tell that like it was directed and like written by people that genuinely kind of want to bring back, because obviously the whole original Scream, it was about bringing slashers back and like bringing that trope back and not and having it as kind of a loved franchise again. Sorry, like a
Yeah.
loved subgenre again. And like I think you could tell that they really kind of looked into and really studied both of the films to really make it
But that's what
really
you said.
accurate.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's like they were obviously fans, but it's the same way. Like we can be fans and we can still acknowledge that not the actors, the characters, sorry, are making stupid decisions when we're like, why are you running up the stairs? Why are you doing this? So again, it's just taking the piss out of it. It's like, yeah, it's a horror film, but we're still gonna mock it because you picked a banana.
And like when I always kind of, I got Scary Movie and Scream mixed up in this one scene where like Sydney is running up the stairs and like she's trying to like pull everything, like throw everything out. She had him, and like in Scary Movie it was like a wardrobe, it was like her grandma.
Yeah, the piano.
Piano. And he was like, it was like a slapstick where he kind of went and then like ran back. Like it felt very slapstick, this film.
But I bet it was so much fun to do.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet it was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to have been so good. Like
Yeah.
it was just, yeah, it was a really nice kind of change from the last kind of couple of films that we've been doing and we've been covering.
Yeah, we've been getting
It was a
heavy
good
and we're
switch
like,
up.
let's have some fun. I'm trying to think. There's so much. As I say, there's so many bits. There's
I think
so
it
much.
did well in the cinema. Like it did way better than they thought it was going to be. Like it was like very quickly a massive success. And in that, like they straight away were like signed on to do Scary Movie 2. Like I don't think they realized how big it was going to be so quickly.
But actually, this might have been the first one because I remember there being like a whole era of like spoof films.
Yeah,
I guess
I
like
think
the
you're
scary
right.
movie, loads of them. Epic movie, which was
Epic
taking the piss out
movie.
of so many. The superhero movie.
Yeah,
I was like, there were so many you couldn't even watch them all. Like,
yeah. I think you're right. I think this spawned like,
might have been the first.
which is really well. The title itself is interesting because Kevin Williamson, who's the writer of Scream, wanted to call Scream Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So it's really funny that they've taken that and been like, well, this is what we're going to call the spoof of it instead. And that has like gone on for like yonks now. Like as you said,
Yeah.
now it's Epic Movie and it's like all these different ones. And yeah, I think I seem to remember watching Epic Movie in the cinema.
I remember. I think I saw it at the cinema, and we were obsessed with it. Like at my
Yeah.
house, me and my siblings watched it like loads, and I don't know why. I don't know what it was about it. Because we liked films, so I don't know if we just loved that it was like so many films mashed together.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we just watched so many. But oh my god, there was not another teen movie.
Yes.
That one we watched
Shit,
loads
yeah.
of. I'm just looking up. So yeah, Scary Movie was 2000. That was 2001. And then I mean Scary Movie 3 was 2003. So they were coming out quick.
Wow, they were. Yeah.
Epic Movie I haven't found yet. Superhero Movie was 2008.
Okay.
Like so yeah, there was like nearly 10 years. Oh, Scary Movie 2 was 2001. Disaster Movie 2008. If I didn't already say that already. Yeah, so they were just constant. Meet the Spartans.
Meet the Spartans. Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, there was a big. Yeah, and I don't even think you do that now because it feels like it's been done. So maybe I'll have to wait another like 10 years.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know whether that's just kind of a lot of them were shit, so I feel like a lot of them are like okay left in the past.
But I think they were like deliberately obviously that's the point. They're
Of
deliberately
course.
shit.
Yeah.
But I do think I think because of the way we take in media now, we're
Mm.
not going to the cinema to watch one film, we're binging a series on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference, is like, to do a movie like this now, you'd have to reference like so much
Yeah.
Netflix and Prime and everything, that it was, I don't know how you do it. I don't even know how you go about that script.
No.
Like, you could make a Stranger Things reference in Scary Movie,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't. I don't know.
Mm.
We'll have to try and write a Netflix spoof script,
Yeah. That
and
I
then
know. I don't
put
know
it onto
how.
Netflix.
Yeah. Like I've seen the trailer for the new Scary Movie.
Yeah,
I believe is it Scary Movie 6, I want to say.
I don't know what they're up to now.
What are we up to? Yeah, Scary Movie 6, and like I was looking at kind of like the references in there because
Mm,
the trailer looks okay. I think it looks very silly and very stupid, very like kind of toilet humor, which is
mm,
fine, is what you expect in these films.
yeah,
But I don't know, there was just something maybe, I mean, obviously I haven't seen it yet, so I can't judge, but I just feel like in at least the first three, like it was just like a lot of it, even though some of it hadn't aged well, a lot of it was like genuinely funny, like slapstick humor.
yeah,
And I feel like maybe it was funny because it was made so long ago and there's that nostalgia. So I don't know
yeah,
what it would be looking like in 2026 watching it through 2026 eyes.
yeah. I think it's also harder because, again, we saw this in 2000, and we were also younger. So again, like,
Yes.
we were going to find it funnier. Like, now we're going to be like, and again, so we're watching these jokes nostalgically rather than,
Yeah.
oh, what is happening? This isn't as funny.
Yeah,
Wait, maybe it will
exactly.
be. Maybe it'll
Maybe
be
it will. I
hilarious.
mean, there's a Megan reference in there. There's like
Yeah,
obviously Ghostface, Wednesday, Weapons, The
yeah,
Substance. So there's a few bits in there, but I wonder if it's actually going to be good or if it's one of those. Because I think like one, two, and three, in my personal opinion, were really good, and I think four and five were proper stinkers. So I wonder if they're kind of going to try and reinvent it a bit. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical about it, to be honest.
No, it's fair. I am just,
Yeah,
yeah, because again, they've got Squid Games and Wednesday. So actually they are taking the piss out of
that's
Netflix.
true. Yeah,
So again, it'll be interesting to see how they do it.
yeah,
But I didn't get a chance to watch the interview again, but I remember them like interviewing some of the cast about like coming back. And it was that where they were like, we kind of like, we had to. It couldn't
yeah.
be like, didn't want to leave it to someone else, didn't want to
No.
but even at the time, I think Regina Hall was like, well, if it's not me, someone's going to take this role, and I want to do it. And because, like,
Yeah.
again, they knew it was like taking the piss, and it's like, yeah, but if I don't do it and have fun with it, someone else is going to. Like, it's still going
Yeah.
to get made.
Oh, definitely.
I think
People will
she's
find a
brilliant.
way.
Again, like, yeah, Regina Hall's brilliant.
So funny. That cinema scene was just so fucking hysterical.
It's
And she, like, it's like, what? I'm just being loud. It's fine. I don't care. Like,
it's
she's
like,
just so, like, unapologetically herself.
yeah, too right. I mean, in a cinema, yeah, be respectful, but just
Yeah,
so
of course.
perfectly human,
Yeah.
like such a perfect human. But I just love that they took the knife off the killer to kill her themselves, and he's just there like eating the popcorn. I was like, this is actually hilariously done. And and even that was Scream 2. I was
Yeah.
like, you're already taking the piss out of the
Yeah.
sequel to the one you're taking the piss out of.
That's true.
Like, they were so quick.
That's so true. Oh man. But the also bit that I just found I thought was just really funny and like maybe I shouldn't find it funny, but like when his name was Ray. He's obviously like very obviously gay, but like just trying to hide it.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not, sorry. It's like, yeah, you suck my dick. It's fine.
So you sucked mine, actually. I was like, that was so
He's
funny.
like, what? I'm not gay.
That's right, Cindy. I'm gay. And in case you haven't noticed, so is Ray.
What? I ain't gay.
What are you talking about? You took her to that club.
So they play good music.
But like making Brenda put on the whole like football outfit, I just think like that was just so good. And her reaction was just incredible. Like
Yeah.
Regina Hall, like how she did it was just like, oh, okay, I'm not sure about this, but I'm gonna just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, hang on, does he love a football player or loves himself in the like?
I know. And they're like saying, oh yeah, get on top of me. Like all of this stuff.
But yeah, no, that was, and again, it was the top of the beginning. Like, does this top make me look gay? How about now? And it was like, because again, we so expected it to be like straight up homophobic. And it was like, oh no, I'm trying to like.
Yeah,
But
because
again,
I
it was
wasn't
like,
sure which way it was going to go, but I feel like it was. I found it like quite
Funny.
like kind of like funny. I didn't think it was I mean, obviously that's coming from like a straight female, so obviously I'm coming from a very different privilege, but like to me it didn't seem very offensive on the kind of surface, you know.
No, I think that was again, it was to skew expectations where he
Exactly.
was playing very camp, and then at the end it was like, I'm not gay. Whereas the other one, Bobby, who'd been playing very straight the whole time, and just touch my dick, and I just want to have sex with you. You're withholding sex. Turns around and is like, yeah, I don't love you. I'm gay. And so hang on. So yeah, I think
They were just using it. It was like it was just a stupid
yeah, it was just a stupid
thing.
running joke playing on stereotypes. And then yeah, but even when he was like, even his choice of music in the car, and he was like, I just wanted to go shopping. It's a good song, and it was like,
Yeah.
again,
Dude, you sucked my dick.
I mean, calling out his teammate's name in bed.
Yeah,
I haven't got a
she was
defense
like,
for
"What?
that.
Who?"
You can love the good music, but calling out your mate's name.
Yeah, that's where I would start questioning it. Yeah.
But no, I
And
do think it was
it
I
was
do think
good.
it's funny. I do think it's still mostly funny. Again, yeah, like there's a couple of bits possibly haven't aged great, but again, as we've already said, definitely more than less. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm very tired from the weekend.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, they were really churning them out for a bit.
Yeah.
But it's really genuinely made me want to watch the others now. Like certainly up to 3.
It does
I
have
remember
that
really
effect.
laughing at 3. So I think I'd love to like after this, I might even go and watch it. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in that mood.
Actually, the bit it was annoying because like it was Cindy's relationship with her dad. I actually loved it at the beginning when he was just like, I can't remember. He was like, "Oh, you've loved that joke since you were a little kid." Something about growing muffins.
Yeah.
And then like just straight up being a drug lord, but about a daddy, a girl dad, and being great. It was when he turned up at the end with them was like, "Oh, did you get pictures of your teenage friends?" I was like, now we've made it terrible.
Yes, now he's made
Why?
it terrible. But it was funny when they get to the police at the end and he's like, "Oh, so I'm good though. I don't have to go."
I'm good. I'm good. I can put your hands down, Dad. And I was really annoyed because I was like, he was really funny at the beginning where he was like, yeah, he's a terrible person, but he loves his daughter. Now you're just a piece of shit.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah. So why do you ruin it in one sentence?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, what do you think about the Doofy, you know, the plot twist at the end that it was Doofy this whole time?
Right. Again, usual suspects. But I can't remember if I remembered that or not, where it was like, because again, we'd already established there was 2, and then suddenly it was Doofy as well.
Yes.
So I did love the twist, but then it is like,
Yeah,
well,
me
hang on a
too.
second. Again, have you been taking the piss out of this guy? Or like putting on this again, how long has he been putting on this act for? Because his own sister didn't know. They just thought he was, having a relationship with the Hoover and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Doofy character is kind of, it's a really funny one because I think even when we've talked about Scream before, I've messed up the name for Dewey and called him Doofy by accident. It's almost like so ingrained in your head now. And it's like, Dewey's not like that.
I know. And of course, like is the kind of character that wouldn't be made now.
Yeah.
Obviously. Because obviously he is an able man. Like he doesn't have disabilities. Like it's not the done thing now. And it shouldn't be.
No.
But I think just back then, I don't know, I think I liked his character, not even just because of like the way he was acting, but more just because I really liked the plot twist that it was him and like no one suspected him and just thought he was innocent. But of course, like that thing, it wouldn't be the done thing now.
But I love it. Gale swallows. Like,
yeah, that was pretty funny.
And then he drives off with her at the end. And I was like, what the fuck?
Exactly. But Dave Sheridan, who plays Doofy, he still does a lot of horror conventions now. And he fucking loves it. And people love him. He dresses up as Doofy. People take pictures with him. So, when we were talking at the beginning about conventions being amazing for like actors, and it's very much, I think, like maybe people like Dave Sheridan, with all due respect to everything else he's done, it feels like this is kind of what he's most famous for.
Oh,
and he's just taking it in a stride.
Yeah, it's nice when actors appreciate what made them famous.
It is. It doesn't always happen.
I just try to read through some of the spoofs. Oh, actually, one bit I did love, which was not a spoof because obviously it was actually designed that way, but was the bit when Cindy looks out the window, she sees Ghostface. Did they call him Ghostface or did they just call him the killer? I keep calling him Ghostface, and I'm very
Yeah,
aware
I
that
don't
probably
know
wasn't his
actually.
name.
I think they just called him the killer, but I could
Yeah.
be wrong.
But anyway, she sees who we would know as Ghostface, and then looks back at her teacher, looks back, and he's doing the like fumble run behind the tree. And that bit gets me because I'm like, actually, that is what's happening in horror films. We just don't see it. I was like, so it really got me that he was doing that stupid run. And I was like, we should see that side of horror more. It's really good.
Yeah, it's like it's so good. And like when he was trying to hide from Cindy and she was like, "You're behind the couch," and then his like little feet are wiggling.
It's like, Dad,
And he's
let
like,
me hide
"Turn
again."
around." It's so funny. Because I swear you've spoken about that in slashers. Like I'd love to see like the perspective of the killer this entire time. Like
Yeah.
not as in like
That stupid film where it was from the perspective of the killer, and I didn't like it.
I was about to say that, that really good film that we covered, but yeah.
What's it called?
In the Something Woods. Was it called something like that?
In a Violent Nature.
Yes, not In the Woods. Yeah.
No, you were right with nature though. In a Violent Nature. But again, they did it there, but because we never see him like hiding or anything, I was like, it's actually not funny. This isn't good. Not because it had to be funny, but it just, yeah.
Well, I liked it.
Well, if you want to hear our thoughts, go and listen to that episode.
Exactly. But yeah, so it's like funny to see, yeah, more of like he would have had to have like ran really quickly around the corner. And,
yeah. Or like again, when it's like they get home and they've been they're in the cupboard, and it's like, how long have you been hiding in my closet? Like, why are you there? Just like running out their phone battery. Yeah, literally, like you've been watching films on your phone. Like, what's been happening?
Playing Duolingo.
Yeah. You imagine the killer's hiding in your closet and you just suddenly hear the Duolingo noise.
Bonjour.
Oh, too good. No, I did love that bit.
Yeah. Like, yeah. A good fun film overall, I think. Like, yeah, definitely a pizza party film.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you don't wish this to take it seriously.
No.
Actually, when is the next one coming out? We'll either have to do it pizza pie or cinema.
Yeah, it's this. Let me check the UK release date. Let's have a look. Apparently 5th of June this year.
Oh, okay. Good summer one.
So maybe a trip to the cinema. It will be needed. It was really fun. Like I read that a lot of it was ad-libbed, so which to me makes it funnier.
The bit I would love is if it was ad-libbed, is when they're like about to have sex, and then she's like, feels like a movie, and he's like, it is a movie.
Again, that bit, there's the camera.
Yeah, that bit again, I completely forgot about. Really got me.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That's too good. Oh, I did not notice that. Apparently, in Miss Mann's office, there is a Nazi SS uniform hanging to the right.
Wow.
Didn't even notice that.
Holy shit.
And I guarantee I'm going to look, like, when I edit it in now, I guarantee it's really obvious. The name of the high school is BA Corpse High School.
Great.
Oh, it was when the guy was killing himself and she's spinning around like, what are you waiting for? Like 8 times. Oh my God.
Yeah, and he was like, fine, I'll do it.
Absolutely brutal.
Oh, so brutal.
I think, again, still quite a fun film. Still silly, still...
Same. I think it's held up better than I thought it was. Like, of course, it has its faults, don't get me wrong. But, what film based around kind of like the early noughties, late 90s, what film doesn't have its problematic bits, but like of course it does, and there's some things like now that aren't funny and like that you shouldn't joke about now, but like I think for the most part there's enough in there for it to still be like a funny, like a fun watch.
Well, what would be your favorite spooky moment, do you think, or scary moment for scary movies?
Well, I'll go scary. I mean, there's a lot of funny moments. I mean, none of it is scary, but I'll go with kind of scary connotations would be when Ghostface, I guess we'll call him, when he starts rapping and he's like been smoking a lot of weed. He starts rapping and then suddenly he realizes he's killed like everyone. Apart from Shorty. That was pretty good. What about you?
Think there's actually quite a few bits. I think I'm gonna go with there's two bits of come to mind. One when they kill the fisherman, and then he gets up and he's like, guys, I'm okay. It's like, I don't know why, again, just so stupid, but it got me. And then the other bit I really liked was when I forgot the character's name. Buffy was doing the beauty pageant and he's getting killed up on the balcony. And it's like, oh my God, is this an original piece? It's like, why aren't you looking? Why is no one helping? Because again, I just feel like that could happen in that scenario.
Yeah. And she suddenly, like, when she was getting applause, she just forgot all about
Yeah.
her boyfriend and was just like, thanks, everyone.
And then afterwards, she was so like, oh, I'm sure he'll be fine. It's like, you watched him die. And then she broke her. Oh my God, actually, yeah, her death when she breaks her own leg and gets her head cut off. And she's
Yes.
still having a go.
Yeah.
I take it back. That whole like 10 minutes is just fucking beautiful.
Yeah, so good.
Just really
So
got me.
good.
Well, what are you giving this Spookies out of 5? And do you think you would survive?
Well, surviving is hard with this film. I think, well, it turns out obviously like the two weren't really killing anyone. They obviously accidentally attempted to kill Shorty and then like tried to kill her, but they didn't kill anyone else. That was Doofy. So I don't know. I guess maybe if I was lucky, but it's the slasher, isn't it? Like you just have to be at the right place at the right time. So
Like,
don't
yes, but also like if you're near Ghostface while they're rapping, you're also going to die.
That's true. Yeah, so I think maybe I just won't be around Ghostface when he smokes weed or raps.
Yeah.
So maybe. But I'm gonna give this. I think I'm gonna give it. I was gonna give it 4, but I wonder if that's too high. So I'm gonna go for a 3. I'm gonna go for a 3.5, and I might regret that, but I think it was so good and really funny, and I really enjoyed watching it actually. So yeah, I'd revisit this like pretty soon, I think. What about you? Would you survive, and what are your spooks?
I actually don't know if I would survive. Again, it's the same as you said, where especially because it's a spoof, it's kind of wrong place, right time, right place, wrong time. And yeah, I don't know. I actually don't. I would like to think I'd be like
I
Buffy
know.
and just shouting, and even if I died, I'd still be like head screaming verbal abuse at my killer. I'd like to think I would be her. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with yes, I died, but I'm going to be gobby about it. I think I am going to give this a 4, and I don't know if it's the nostalgia. Like, it's not a good film, but like I understand, like, it's not a good film, but it's a fun film.
Yeah,
and
really funny.
Yeah, really funny. And that's it. I think for the
Nice.
nostalgia aspect,
Hmm.
I think and I think they did it well. The fact that they're all coming back for number 6 and they did so
Yeah.
many says a lot as well. Like,
It does. And as we always say with all these new films, we'll be seated. So
yeah.
we'll see.
We shall see. But until then, join us in a couple of weeks to find out what film we're covering next. Follow us on our socials to see what we're following next and everything else. And follow along to make sure you've watched and you're ready. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts. And follow us on socials. Until then, bye.
Bye-bye. Don't
die. Oh, we forgot to say about the tagline.
Oh yeah, no, go on, say it quickly.
So one of the other things I love actually is that the tagline is "No mercy, no shame, no sequel," which was very quickly disproven. But I think the second one is "We lied," like the tagline for that one. So,
That's really funny.
so they got away with it.
They did.